Hey guys, we got in this huge collection of video games like Xbox and PlayStation and Dreamcast, and I just wanted to show you some of the Genesis games that we got in. They're all complete. There's something cool about just complete games. They're all boxed. The Genesis seemed to be ahead of its time with the clamshell. They stack like so nice. It's almost like they stack like a bookshelf. Look at these. It's beautiful. But I wanted to go through and just show you some of the Genesis games if you're not that familiar with them. The pop culture of the Genesis games was insane. If you lived in the 80s and 90s, you know the Genesis games, you know like all the references to it. But like Mortal Kombat got its start back then. Miss Pac-Man was a little dated back then, but even like X-Men and Spider-Man were going on back then. They weren't as popular as they were today. It's pretty awesome. I mean, you got Charles Barkley, Justice League, which is now popular, but back then, I mean, look at Superman's hair. Look at Superman's hair there, and then look at Aquaman's hair. This is what was going on back then. It's crazy. Ren and Stimpy, if you've never seen this show, you should watch it. It's insane. For back then, it was even more insane. I was going through this stack and I saw something incredible. There's Madden 98. I mean, just think about it. There was a Genesis game made in 1998. That wasn't that, I mean, it was kind of long ago to today, but 1998, they were still making Genesis games. So every game for Genesis, they made these like hard clamshells, these plastic clamshells for the boxes. But then there are a few games that they were going old school. They wanted to be a little different, get on the shelf. So it's like a cardboard box for Super Off-Road. I don't know if anyone knows why Ballistic decided to go that route. That'd be pretty cool. But Battletoads and Double Dragon together, it was such a simple time back then where this was going on. It's wonderful. I was going through and I saw Batman Forever. I don't know if you've seen this movie, but after like what happened with like The Last Jedi and like all the outrage, like can you imagine if they made this movie today? Like, what would happen? But I love the complete games. They're just, you got the cartridge in there, you got the manual. Like manual collecting is such a lost art. Everybody ripped them up or threw them away. It's just cool to have the entire piece. Put it here, put it on your shelf. I love it. Wolverine, also. I mean, this was back when I was in high school. Nobody was reading comics back then. There were like a handful of kids out of the 800 kids. There were probably like maybe 15 or 20 kids, and that read comics all the time. And now everybody's doing it. And then greatest show ever, Beavis and Butthead. You must see it if you haven't. If you're young and you haven't seen it, go watch Ren and Stimpy and Beavis and Butthead. And alright, that's it. So it's January, we put these things in stock, and we'll have these in stock pretty soon, but look for some more complete Genesis, some Dreamcast, some PlayStation. We're going to have all that stuff. Alright, see you guys. Happy New Year.